Hi folks, so we have the decisive game for you in this match that we somehow managed to follow in round 1 of the Seven Kingdoms tournament. So we have Connor playing against Gabi, Greyjoy against Baratheon in its Wars mirror, but on one side we have Drowned God and on the other we have a kind of mixed good stuff deck. Starts with the control Robert, who is a little bit sad in the Drowned God matchup, I think.
So I think you said that your prediction is that Gabriel will lose this.
Yes, Robert gets milked, okay.
But as you know, when there's this Robert, he always gets sweet sleep.
Eh,
Every time I played against him, he has sweet sleep, or if you have Greywind, then the guy who has Greywind gets sweet sleep. So
sure, but I don't know. Does it win the game if you keep the Drowned God board knelt? Well, okay. The Drowned God has to get their stuff. They have the most important piece already, so Naga's Rips is here. And Bara can play without doing military challenges, so it's not going to feed them, for what it's worth, but
well,
they can do their own thing, I
but
guess.
maybe military is a good way to get some power,
That
right? To get unopposed
that never
militaries.
works. Absolutely never works.
Oh,
If you try to say, okay, they don't have military icons, I'm just going to attack, and then they put stuff in the dead pile, they beat you in dominance, and then they just get their Tarly or whatever and drown disciples, and it's over.
hmm.
No
But
fanatic though to get in the dead pile immediately.
yeah, I mean, there's Red Priest, so if you have a fanatic, you might want to save him to cancel a Red Priest if you have something good in hand. Although I suppose if there was Star or something like that, you just put it in immediately. Because I do think that there's a similar matchup in 8 regions that I mentioned previously, and the thing that kind of won the game was it removal. I think Tarda got removed it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is there pointy end? There must be, right?
There usually is in Wars decks, right?
Not the worst hit. John Arryn, okay, he can easily be killed though if he has a few power on him. Yeah, I'm surprised he played the second dupe on Robert, who has milk on him.
So he's doing military. To be fair, there's a very sad board, and Mjolnir is not round god, so
Mm-hmm.
can't really get him back. And oh, I thought it was Aaron, but it's just a random round god of Astra. I'm sorry,
Just a
they
random
do
one, yeah.
look the same.
Yeah, I mean, Greyjoy started really badly, Nagas Reeves, but no board. I guess, okay, the gates you play what you play, but we don't know what the hand is like.
Yeah, I think if the hand is weak and you let Bara go first and um, let this takes whatever's left, that can be pretty sad.
Well, 2 power for Bara. Needs at least 7 more rounds like that one.
Oof, heads and spikes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She didn't happy to die, but she would prefer to die from in play.
Yeah, I mean, having power on the faction card is not even that favorable now because you're gonna lose a power challenge. It's almost better if you didn't.
There we are. Well, it's already
There's the red twist.
a weak board, and now if this takes whatever is there.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? Oh, what happened there? Double click, maybe?
Okay. So there was a fanatic for this, or maybe he dubbed at him now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a privilege position actually on that play would have been pretty good. Don't
On Naga's
normally,
rib, right?
yeah, you don't normally want to play it on the single Naga's Ribs triggers because there's 1,000 of them, but to get one fanatic out of rotation in the discard pile where it
Yeah.
can't come back, that's pretty decent. Okay, now Robert is kind of in that place where Pointy End is getting rid of Milk and Warhammer.
Which is not even bad. Think it's an interesting deck because it has good stuff and has control and has some more, I don't know, constructive stuff, not just super heavy control. So it's not it's very versatile, right?
Aaron's digging a bit already. I think now we'll just see military. Okay, it gives cards away, but if there's never going to be any board, then that's not good for um, Greyjoy. On the other hand, you can't attack their hand because there's no intrigue icons.
Well, actually, you can. I mean, you do military with Robert, you kill one, intimidate the other, then intrigue is enough August.
Intimidate, is that what's going to happen? There's a Warhammer, okay. Yeah, and his first player. So that's another card drawn. Would have been drawn anyway though for a military claim.
Yeah.
Just wants to oppose, I guess. And now actually you can
Yeah,
attack the hand, you're right, and you're not getting intrigue back. So
yeah, pretty decent spot, I think.
it's a little weak
And
for Greyjoy.
this fanatic is once per round. Okay. I mean, he want to kill.
Oof. Okay.
Oh, that's
Maybe Greyjoy isn't winning after all.
that's really hard start for Greyjoy.
Just do this with one strength and you're even winning dominance. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you would like, you can trigger King's Gate.
Well, it's an idea
He
and he
does.
does it. Maybe he doesn't like the prospect of, okay. Now he's not winning dominance, is he? No, it's going to be tied.
Hmm.
Actually,
Well,
he might not be tied. If he discards a character, then Naga's ribs could grow even.
yeah, if you discard another Tarle, but sure, the Tarle would be in play. I wonder if he drew Tarle with
That's the second one, well.
Well, that's.
Do you trigger? Is there a way to get him out, like a Ghost of Harrenhal or
I
something?
mean, he didn't trigger on the first one, so I don't know if he would do the second one.
Yeah,
That's
that's.
just.
What can I say? Gabi keeps getting the luck against Drowned God. I mean, that's ridiculous to intercept two Tarles in the second
Was there
round.
not a way to play the Doom Star this round, or was there one drawn with
I don't know, probably. I mean, he had the arrow draw
later?
afterwards.
Yeah, he did trigger a lot of stuff to draw, so maybe
And
we could have
there's
played
a
that.
random Warhammer on Robert who has Intimidate. I mean, to do intrigue as well. That's. I don't know.
We can see how many Warhammers Gabriel plays. Okay, I have to let you know it is a single Warhammer in
Of
the
course.
deck.
Of course, yeah. So now what?
Well, maybe Pointy End, maybe Wildfire. Margulis seems to be losing massively.
In Pointy and gets the attachments off, so don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Morgulis you can play, I mean, if you have characters in hand, but Sin in Flames is just triggered. And then it leaves Robert, milked Robert, with nothing. Yeah. Would almost be better if Red Priest was holding a card that you get back, but it's not.
Connor selected the plot quite quickly.
Is that the
Uh,
Greyjoy Drowned God deck that doesn't actually play Cast Me Forth? Or is that another one that we saw like that in this tournament?
this one does play Cast Me Forth.
Okay, so if
You
you're
play Counting
really
Coppers.
down to no board at all, you can play that and repopulate a little bit from that pile at some point.
This one doesn't play Valar Morghulis though. So, no, Valar Morghulis. Wildfire, just Valar Morghulis. So, I don't know. Also, I don't think there's a pointy end, so we were imagining that all along. But there is burning the books. But at this point, I don't even have that much power. Oh, you don't have to discard. Okay, you discard one for free and then one for power. Interesting.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought it was strange that they didn't choose wildfire because word plot works great with the Targa stuff. Instead, they took the Harris,
Random
which is
one copy of Seized,
still
right?
okay. One copy of Cyst, probably.
Mm.
No, two copies of Cyst in the deck.
Well,
Can't completely dismiss Connor because we did watch a few games this round where the guy played and they made some massive swings. So
I mean, in theory,
everything is possible.
Bara is
Hmm.
not supposed to get any massive burst of power. And Greyjoy can win quickly if they get the pieces, which they at the moment are not getting.
But
There
half
we
the
are.
pieces are dead, I mean discarded even. So
We can be killed. I don't think he was going to be killed anyway.
Yeah, maybe just don't trigger it so you can oppose the challenge. And I think in retrospect now, the heads and spikes just gave power to steer. I think any complot would be better at that point. I mean, of course, you don't know what you have in hand. You may not support the complot, but you know.
Well, now Victarion's there to be protected from Morghulis. It's looking a little better. You have him against Robert potentially.
Mm.
Could be a Driftwood
Yeah, and
Cudgel at
Alice
some
is gone,
point.
so it's not.
Driftwood Cudgel on Victarion gives him crazy strength.
Yeah, I saw people play Drowned God a lot from Prince lately, so just kind of surprised that all the Drowned Gods are worse.
Well, do you do military? You do, okay. Now I could see that Fnatic come in to defend that. Of course. How about reason?
Okay. And now I don't have to worry about Naga's Reefs triggering. Mm. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have characters in hand, it's gonna be rough. They do have great board for the Harris, though. I mean, but I don't know if you properly heard Baratheon with that.
Well, there we are. Victarion's not loyal, by the way, so I think we'll see that bastard Robert kept. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's immune to character abilities. That's not going to save him from breaking ties. I mean, it's not going to save him anyway because there are several phases where it could happen, but just in challenges, for instance, it's the most obvious to let him try to do something and then he gets returned. Okay. It's Aaron who gets the cudgel because Victarion is going, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now at what point do we return him?
Maybe when he tries to oppose military or something like that. Well, the problem is Baratheon has now problems pushing through power ever again.
I
Although,
mean, one Melisandre and bye Aaron and his strength.
of course, I was just gonna say he also plays trees with slips, so
Not that many lore characters. We saw Alistair and Red Priest as Stannis, I guess.
yeah, I mean,
I still had two Sin in Flames. There's some non-lore stuff, as we can see with the Bastard of Robert. I mean, if you do it now, Bastard goes back in the deck. Previously, the original version was sacrifice. Would be nice if you could return Bastard to your own hand and then replay for free to draw another card.
yeah.
Or a little broken. Okay, it's just doing it now.
Maybe he's gonna play the Lena and find the bastard again.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Okay.
Oh.
Well. Was that worth it on two characters?
I don't know. I mean, also there's a cancel. I don't know.
Does he have a power icon?
He does. It's Lissy.
No additional one, or an additional intrigue, I guess. Any icon, any other icon. So he's quite close to winning, but he needs more.
He has those acolyte chads. So one of those.
Okay.
Greyjoy now has a window to trigger old gate as well, but might want to wait.
Is Fanatic doing a challenge? Doing intrigue. Well, now let's see. Is the hand worth protecting or not? There's one gold for We Do Not Sow as well.
Is there video not so in Dranga decks? Surely not.
Usually there is a copy or two. Okay.
No, there's not.
I mean, they have a bad deck. They don't have Wildfire, as you said, so I think power is the way to go. Conveniently, you lose dominance as well to get some more power on the faction card for the opponent.
I mean, is that really that important? I mean, you get either power from dominance or power that you can steal.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'll obviously always prefer to see Baratheon winning, but it does frustrate me a little bit when I think of all the games I played, where it's just Drowned Disciples in play, and there's an old week, and they do challenges, and stuff comes in and gains power on a character that's not going anywhere. And then there's a Drowned God Fanatic in circulation, and then the Starland, you marshal out of the dead pile, and Naga's Ribs is there, and you can't win dominance even with the throne in play. And there's just no game, but now we're watching Greyjoy have absolutely no game for some weird reason.
And restaurant
Andrew
gets
Estermont
headless
is in the
spiked.
deck as well. That's, I mean, Why is Andrew Esterman in the deck?
Huh, Vic is back. Wait, oh, he gets returned to hand, right? Not shuffled into the deck.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, if you had another one of those given to the Drown God or something on the Fanatic, that would be nice, because that's the only copy, right? Yeah. Mad King's Command is in the deck. I mean, it's a Wars deck. It can have more plots to play depending on the situation. So that's the
He has the Harris
advantage.
and Mad King. You can play this for free. See what you get.
I mean, he could do with something better, because he's going to keep
Yes.
Robert, and Silisi you don't really want to keep, right? So
He could
Robert,
definitely
Shira,
do
and
with the
Reducer.
Melisandre, right?
Yeah, Robert, Shira, and Reducer is not an amazing board. So
But something big's coming, presumably.
yeah, something
Oh.
very weak, Barrick.
Well, but okay, presumably you didn't just have Barrick all the time, but with Intimidate, why not choose yourself to be first player? Oh, okay. Okay, that's all very interesting.
Okay, so takes away his Warhammer, but also the milk. Doesn't play with Sleep on the Cudgel.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so too.
So presumably now you don't choose Warhammer. Or do you?
I think you should because they play Burning the Books.
Hmm. I mean, okay, they play Burning the Books, but is this the last round or not?
Could be. I mean, two renown unopposed. You don't get unopposed. Plus, it's a bit awkward with Robert's ability if you have a standing. If you have needing Barrick, you can't really choose 5+, right?
I don't know, I think Baratheon might recover from that Neil situation better than Greyjoy does. Victarion and Aaron are both knelt. Robert stands. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, but if you can get to the point where you keep the child's knelt and then keep one of the other ones knelt with Barrick's ability, that would be pretty nice, I think, for
Yeah, but there is no chance to keep knelt, probably.
yeah, that is true.
Cannot kneel or stand, so Barry could also just... Okay, but he's
Well,
second player, so I guess we'll see. Might just defend
didn't
stuff.
choose he didn't choose Warhammer, so if Burning the Books is played, I think that's kind of a mistake, maybe. I don't know.
It's not going to be played. Things will go quickly. Oh, actually, he is now immune to character abilities until the end of the phase, so Barrick can't
Hmm.
get him, for what it's worth. Robert can later, unless... I mean, you could trigger something in the standing phase to make him immune. Would be a bit unusual.
Well, no. He's immune only if you nail a roller chat.
Yes.
Or a roller guy, but he nailed a non-roller guy.
Ah, okay, so gets the second one. Renown and cannot be killed. Okay, that's
Yes.
in the short term not as good. Yeah, for the ruler, I assume he needs to kneel himself. Okay, there's a kind of a concession.
Yeah, I mean, but if you don't just kneel out Victorian and everything and just pose, there's another round, you can keep playing.
Seems like there's another round, yes. Could they not have gone into military challenge instead?
What would be the difference?
Yeah, well then Shira does unopposed power, right?
Oh yeah, if you lock him from standing. Okay. Suppose so.
Well, let's see this turn around now. Well, he's just removed the character that could have been used with Victoria in the plot phase. But, so what's being kept now, let's see.
If anything, I mean,
Could be nothing.
Victoria's being kept knelt the cudgel guy is being kept knelt anyway. So I think you prefer to stand your berry cover keeping Victorian knelt. Or maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know the plots.
It's hard to say because it's worse, but King in the North is a good one for Baratheon, I think. They have another heir for what that's worth. Clash of Kings, yeah. See, Burning the Books is being played.
Okay, what's it going to do? So discard first of all the well, has Sweet Sleep and Seized. He controls, so I guess both.
Yeah, see, but now he had Warhammer, that's Warhammer can be discarded and keeps with sleep, and they have to discard one more power to get rid of the other one as well.
But I
I
don't think
suppose
it
that matters.
matters now. I mean,
It would be funny if he starts turning it around again, because I think in every game so far, Gabi made it to 14, and then there was like a big scary though. I guess in the 50 match he ends up winning anyway, but in the Sea of Blood match he then ends up losing, so it's a kind of like cursed 14.
well, he doesn't think he can just close it with a single challenge, it seems, because he's going second.
Mm. He's holding on to that sweet sleep for another cudgel guy, you know. I mean, in a pinch, you can even kill Aaron somehow, probably, I mean, with the shadow guy. and put cudgel on the other guy. And defend power, I think.
I don't think he can do anything.
I mean, you can do that, right?
If Greyjoy doesn't do anything, for instance, just pass, then Bara just passes, and we go into the plot phase where there's prize, I think.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
You have to do something to stop it, and I don't think you can. And the military challenge is always weak, so there's always a chance to just get renowned or unopposed in that one. Doesn't play around with the cudgel, it seems. Yeah, had nothing. Well, in the end, 6 power is not 0, but it looked hopeless throughout. Didn't even have that much econ if he had Tarlet to just play a few, but at least he wouldn't be conceding unopposed and stuff all the time. But really, I mean, Disciples is your win condition. We didn't see any of those, not even discarded with Sin in Flames or Red Priest. So Greyjoy loses to Baratheon. That makes sense. But they should have won the Drowned God match, I think.
Yeah, so there's a few that have been decided now. So I think the other Greyjoy team also loses to Stark unceremoniously against Stark Conclave even. So we did take 2 points off Stark Conclave, but it's winning.
What points did you
So
take
far.
off Stark Conclave? What was that about?
Nothing.
Okay,
And
so
then
Saraaa just admitting that she also was part of those rankings where we took points off.
I did insist that we should not give full points to Star Conclave because it's just good stuff deck that you can play out of any other agenda as well. Why would you play it out of Conclave? Come on. Get Mage instead and draw cards with her, I think.
Marvin
That's my
gets you
perspective.
a whole new hand.
Regardless, I was gonna tell you about other matchups that have been decided so far. I think there's been at least one more. I think in the meantime, we saw Mad win 2 games, so that's also decided against the Lenny team. And anything else that has been decided so far? I'm not sure.
Yeah, doesn't
Oh,
matter
I think so.
anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
I
I think
can't.
also.
I can't show it on screen, so I mean, or can I?
So, okay.
I'll prepare it for next time. The jousting
I
pavilion.
think Win by 5 also have won
That's
2 games already.
that was
By the way,
Targaryen against Baratheon, right? So.
yeah, yesterday Miha very confidently said that Robert Charlot will win against Andy Boyd. Is incorrect.
That was when Andy burned everything and Robert had no board. I said that it's not over yet. That he can still win, and he almost did, to be fair. It was like one burn event too many for Andy. Otherwise, he could have just put everything in a power challenge and it was game over. So.
But yeah, there were some interesting games going on yesterday. And we have still 2 to play, and we have to win both of them, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yes. Okay. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
Bye bye.